Hello, everyone. Welcome to another amazing episode of Inspired Action, where we dive into the most pressing leadership challenges and hope to inspire you to take a more coach-centered and people-focused approach to leadership. I'm your host, Kyle Pertuis, and it's time to get started with our three amazing guests for today. What's one way you feel like you can measure success that really includes the human experience, not just output, right? When we think about performance, but how can we measure success from the standpoint of a human experience? And Sam, you alluded to this in the first question a little bit about how, the emojis or whatever. You said something about, if we're measuring it. And I think you were talking about if we're measuring the climate of the team or the energy, right? So what do you guys think? One way we can measure success that includes the human experience.
All right, I'll jump in.
Okay,
Too
do
much
it.
time. So I would like. I mean, it goes back to kind of what Sam was saying, right? Like the cracking jokes, and I'm a big believer in that. You can measure success on your team based off of the smiles that you get on the screen, or the smiles that you get on when you're together, and do they answer the phone, or do they read your text with a read receipt and don't respond back? But I think that smiling and the fact that people want to join your team, or people on other people's teams want to do what they can to join your team.
Mm, yeah. Yeah. The body language tells a lot of cues, doesn't it?
And what came to my mind in addition to this is actually, yeah, you know how we have TGIF. So when you actually have people who are excited for Monday morning,
I love it.
instead of dreading it and being, oh, it's Monday again. And coupled with, for me also, it's coupled with how long people stay with your team. Like this is one thing that, like, when the environment is not good, like, people leave, they come and go. But when you have something special and people love it, when you find the right people in the right places, like, they can stay with you for years and even decades. So I'd say these two things, actually measuring it with the happiness on Monday morning and also how long people stay with you.
I love it. I can see the TGIM t-shirts now.
If you get to that, Anna, please let me know how you did it.
Okay.
Yeah, let's know the
I
secret.
think even under the best circumstances, people are still like, Monday. But yeah, trying to make it, we spend so much time at work that it should be, for the most part, a pleasant environment. There's going to be things we don't want to do, and as leaders, we try to mitigate, but we're still held that accountability. And so it's kind of measuring and balancing both of those things of, hey, probably we may not have met if we both weren't hired for this job. And I think I've moved away more in my career and journey up from, we're a work family. To me, that's kind of a yellow flag. I think it works some places, but realistically, we're not. And I think it sets up an unfair expectation. And I'm not going to act with you the way I act with my family, and you should not want me to. If the agency is not paying you or me to be here, we're probably not going to show up just to hang out. Like, we're going to go somewhere else. We're brought together by a common mission and a goal, and we can be a great team, but we're not a family, and we need to keep that in mind. And so I think expectations, making sure those expectations are clear, also adds back into, because they're even just looking, like, it's looking for those cues in your leader of, okay, are they going to follow through on this? Is it, consistency goes a long way. And so I think a lot of it can be measured with time. All the examples, Jason, Anna, that you said, definitely. And then even, years later, I've, like Jason mentioned, I'd left teams before where I'm like, they don't want me here, or I'm feel like just the bad guy, or I'm not having the impact I want. And then I'll leave for another opportunity. And then come to find out that it's like, oh, why did you, like, we didn't want you to leave. And I'm like, well, why didn't you tell me that before? And so I've tried to look at, and it goes back to that age old, give people flowers while they're alive, right? Like, don't wait until something happens, and then we're all the truth comes out. And so I've been trying to be very intentional, especially with new teams, of building in opportunities for community and for us to make memories, and not to a like we're going to eat together every day, or I'm going to make you have a buddy system or this. We did an activity. There was some tension on a team I was on, and so we did a simple activity of half sheet of paper with each team member's name on it. And we passed it around, and everyone had to put something that they admired or appreciated about that person. And I included myself and their manager, because I was like, we need a boost too. And
Yeah.
so afterwards, and it's anonymous. And so you're looking at that and you're like, okay, so they see me, and I'm looking, I have mine up and it said always in a positive mood. And I'm like, really? All right. Supportive and helpful, appreciate your compassion and active listening. You create a safe space. And it's like, okay, I didn't see that in myself, that I was creating that, but that is something I've worked towards. And everyone gets to leave with that little thing of like, okay, maybe I do belong here. Or instead of thinking like our brains are programmed for everything we do wrong or where we're lacking.
Yeah. I love it. I love that. All right, you guys, I'm gonna summarize this piece with a few things. Make sure you've got lines in your parking lot. Give flowers to the living. And if you want your TGIM t-shirt, you need to get a hold of Anna. All right. Thank y'all so much for your insight and input and your time. Great episode. Everybody out there, keep watching. Remember, new episodes drop every Thursday at noon Central on LinkedIn, and almost anytime on our YouTube channel at MindFit Coaching. Thanks for watching. That's a wrap for another edition of Inspired Action, the Leadership Forecast. We're so grateful for our guests today and the impact they're making with the work they do. Be sure to check out our YouTube channel to watch the longer version of this episode, and be sure to like, comment, connect with, and follow me and each of our guests. You'll find all of our links in the caption of this video. Thanks for watching, and be sure to tune in every Thursday at noon Central, 1 p.m. Eastern for new episodes.